Hi, this is Austin from Gamma Plus StyleCraft, and today we're doing something different again. It's not a Meet the Products, it's a Meet the Trimmer Blades video talking about all of our different trimmer blades, what makes them special, what makes them different, what makes them industry leading and the best out there. Before we do this, there is a Meet the Clipper Blades video. I didn't cover this point in that, so hopefully you're watching both videos, but all of our clipper blades fit all of our machines. So every StyleCraft and Gamma Plus clipper blade fits every StyleCraft and Gamma Plus machine. And actually, our blades fit most other clippers too. I can't say it fits every other clipper out there, but I would say probably 75% of the clippers out there, our blades will fit. Trimmer blades, not the same. So we were really, I think, the first to have pretty much all of our trimmer blades fit all of our trimmers, but they don't fit other trimmers. So you really need a StyleCraft or Gamma Plus trimmer to fit and use one of our StyleCraft and Gamma Plus blades, unless you have a modification. Someone like Filthy Mods, Filthy Blends does mods that you can use our blades on other machines and vice versa. But outside of that, you're pretty much going to be using these blades on StyleCraft Gamma Plus machines. And again, they fit on all StyleCraft Gamma Plus machines, trimmers. Besides one, the Ace trimmer blade has its own blade that's separate. So we'll put that aside for now. Let's focus on the full range that fits 90% of our machines. So it all started with a classic style trimmer blade. So this was more of a classic shape and design. It really started with a very different sharpening process and cutting blade. We originally had a shallow tooth trimmer cutting blade. We worked tirelessly for years to develop the one cutting blade with our factory. And we worked tirelessly for years to fine-tune the sharpening process on our fixed blades to be the optimal amount of sharpness, but without irritating or cutting. So this is the X Pro classic blade. Pretty much all of our blades now have gone to X Pro. X Pro is describing the fixed blade and that sharpening process. So it's the X Pro sharpening process. Wow, these are sealed very well. The X Pro sharpening process is what makes it so sharp but does not cut skin. This is our old packaging, a little harder to get out the blade. I'm not going to make everyone sit through it right now, but it has the X Pro sharpening on the classic sized fixed blade and then the one cutting blade, which has a special angle technology we're not going to get into because we don't want to share with everybody, but that's what makes it crunch and cut so smoothly. From here, from our classic blade, we went to our new packaging, a lot easier to open, and our wide blade. So this is our X Pro wide blade. The same sharpening process that's on the classic blade is also on the wide blade, but this is going to be a wider configuration, super sharp, but also super smooth on the skin. We didn't talk about materials, so let's do that real quick. Just like our clippers, our trimmer blades come in 3 different materials. We have one, our standard stainless steel finish. The other is our gold titanium finish. And then we have our black diamond DLC finish. Stainless steel is the standard. This is how the blade comes. It's going to perform excellent. You could honestly argue it's going to be the sharpest because there's no material added on top of it. But it's going to get a little bit hotter and a little bit hotter faster than something like a black diamond blade. Gold titanium blade, very similar to the stainless steel, but it is hypoallergenic being gold titanium and really a nice look, really. But as far as the performance, very similar to stainless steel. The black diamond blade is going to be rust impermeable, so it's not going to rust out. These shouldn't really rust out unless you do something, unusual, like have them in water for an extended period of time or wet for an extended period of time or in a very humid environment. But I really don't recall ever really seeing any of our blades rust. But the Black Diamond DLC definitely should not rust. These will also stay cooler longer and sharper longer. One disadvantage to Black Diamond on trimmer blades over stainless steel and gold is there's a layer that's added onto this, so they are microns thicker. So you could argue that a gold, titanium, and stainless steel blade out the box will be sharper, but over time, as the DLC blades are used, that kind of wears down, and then over time breaks in, and the sharpness should be very comparable to the gold titanium or stainless steel. But out the box, you might find those for your real clipper heads and blade heads that are super meticulous about your blades. You might find the gold or stainless steel to be a little bit sharper. What we do to try to keep the heat down on these is what's going to give you the hottest performance in a bad way. You don't want heat on your blades, is when you have the same material. So if you have a steel cutter, a steel fixed blade, gold titanium cutter, gold titanium fixed. So what we try to do is we have, if you do have a stainless steel fixed blade, the cutters are still black diamond to try to eliminate and dissipate some of that heat. So this is probably our #1 blade as far as sales go right now, the wide X-Pro blade, very popular in the DLC and the gold. And all of our trimmer blades do come with the one cutting blade with that special beveled angle technology that lets it cut super sharp and close, really lets it crunch, but does not pull and does not gonna cut or irritate the skin. So this is, yeah, great for bulk, being it's a little bit wider than the classic with the 41mm width. No pulling, no snagging. Where the classic's gonna be a little bit more concise. And from here you have an even more precise blade with our X-Pro Precision Blade. So as far as blade widths go, this is gonna be your most precise because it has the narrowest blade width. This is a gold titanium X-Pro Precision Blade. And you can see the difference in the width of these two blades, how much wider the wide blade is from a precision blade. But both very, very sharp, very, very precise, gonna give you super clean lines. I would definitely say really all of these blades are for professionals because they are so sharp and precise. So if you are an at-home user, just be very light-handed. Let the machine and the blade do the work because they are meant to be very sharp because that is what our users want. The X-Pro Precision Blade does come with a black diamond precision cutting blade as well that pairs with that. This cutter is proprietary to the Precision Blade, so you won't want to use the precision cutter on those other blades. But the other blades do have the same cutter, and the one cutter, the classic and the wide. Rounding out the bulk of our blades that fit all of our machines is our diamond cut blade. So this is very similar to our wide blade, but it does have a diamond cut pattern on it, which hopefully you can see there. So this is really going to be our sharpest blade. So for lines and edging, this blade is super sharp. The idea is that this blade almost should operate as sharp as a hand-modified, hand-sharpened blade. So if you're someone that likes a super sharp line, really, really clean edges, the Diamond Cut X-Pro blade is the one for you. Maybe not as good as our other blades for bulking. Although I have seen a lot of people use it like that. But again, just like with a hand-modified blade, be very gentle, light-handed, and really know how to use those blades before you're going to buy and use one of these or do any bulk work. Again, this does come with the one cutting blade. The reason why we called it the one was we tested and went through so many different cutting blades that when we finally found the one, we were so relieved and thrilled. We were like, this is the one, and the name just kind of stuck. So that's what most people are going to use on pretty much all of our machines. The one exception is the Ace trimmer does come with its own Ace cutting blade that it does not fit on other machines, and these other blades will not fit on the Ace. This is more of a classic shape and more of a deep tooth cutter. And then what's cool about the Ace is it does come with some spare parts as well, a cam, a spring, and some trimmer blade screws. So world, meet the Gamma Plus and StyleCraft trimmer blades. Gamma Plus StyleCraft trimmer blades